Hi, I'm Chad.
And I'm Lori, and we're from the HLW group.
And we're here to talk to you about a few reasons why you should let your managers manage. We actually are serving the greater Bay Area, where offices are in Hayward, and here we go.
So language and the terms that you may be speaking with your tenants, it's best to not use the words such as safety and security. You really want your manager to actually manage your tenants.
And the reason for that is that if you improperly imply that you have a certain level of security or safety features and you don't, you could run into some legal trouble. And there's a lot of other trigger words like that. We're just using some of the most common that cause the biggest problems. But keep in mind when you're talking to your tenants that you pretty much want to avoid using those words, and if at all possible, just refer to your management. Number 2 is construction.
Understanding the process might be difficult, whether you have a water intrusion situation or just plain and simple notice to enter. Tenants sometimes don't allow you to go and view everything that there might be a need for repair.
So when you're dealing with construction, if you don't have a lot of experience, you may not understand how certain things are to be done. There are certain legal processes in construction, and there are also many options for when you're doing a repair, some of which are considerably more costly. So when you take that on yourself instead of having the helping hand of a manager, you run the risk of inflating your costs dramatically with a single choice. You want to make sure you're dealing with someone who has the expertise and the licensing, and the best way to do that is pretty much let your manager handle it. Number 3 is accounting.
Accounting. So late fees. Let's say if there's a tenant who has requested to pay their rent late. Late fees. Let's say that your manager has already given your tenant instructions of how to pay the late fees, and they think they can come to you to give an excuse and avoid the late fees, or their chronically previous payments have been chronically late. You really want your property manager to handle these.
Yeah, it definitely helps avoid any confusion. You may not be able to, if you have a lot of properties, keep track of everyone for sure. But even on a small property, even if it's one door, even if it's just one client, you may not know all the ins and outs of their previous accounting history. So again, the best thing to do is to defer to your management. They have entire records of all that. And honestly, it can lead to bigger legal issues if you ever have to serve an eviction or anything, and there's questions or disputes over when payments were made because of these questions and issues. You will have problems.
Yeah.
Number 4 is tenant placement.
Tenant placement. It's a first come first served basis. You do need to run credit checks, and again, it's best to have your property manager run credit checks.
Definitely.
This could cost you.
This is a big issue for a lot of owners. They want a manager to manage, but they want to have some sort of selective process or some preference for their tenant. And honestly, we can't do that. It's a legal thing. So you need to trust your manager and know that they're going to try and place the best tenant for you. We are here to do credit checks, background checks, and other things if needed. We have every legal parameter for which to select a tenant, but when owners go to pick and choose for themselves, it does cause serious problems. And we've seen a lot of that, trying to be done over the years, and we just have to caution people and kind of shoo them away from that and tell them it's not going to happen. So that was our 4 few reasons why you should let your manager manage. Thank you for taking time to watch our video today, and we hope you have a good day.
If you have any questions and you want to learn more, contact the HLW group.